we as these with God's image on us, we're creative and we kind of can step outside of instinct and whatnot. We have made ourselves unaware of these cycles because we create an incandescent light bulb and we have all these computers and devices and things that have us going all the time. But it doesn't take away the fact that we, for optimal health and well being, have to follow the natural cycles, the way the sun goes up and down, and the way our bodies process different kind of things when we sleep and when we're rising and all this kind of stuff. If you don't, then you're not paying good attention to your health. Hey, so I was thinking a little earlier this morning about um rhythms and whatnot. Now, when I talk about rhythm, I'm not talking about like like beats and stuff like that. Some people may have rhythm, some people may not, but that's not what this YouTube channel is about. But what I'm talking about is like rhythms in the way that we live our lives, like routines and cycles and stuff like that. So this week we're actually keeping my parents rabbit. They have a rabbit and we keep it here sometimes whenever they are away for a little while and whatnot. And it's always interesting to me throughout the whole day, almost the whole time it's daylight outside, the rabbit is kind of just chilling in its little house thing. And then whenever it gets evening, around evening time, then the rabbit starts to come out and is more active, moving around and stuff like that. And I'm usually able to tell because I'll come to the downstairs of my house, which is where we kind of keep the rabbit and whatnot. And when I'm going to my office, and you can kind of see the silhouette of the rabbit there, and that's without fail. And the same thing with our chickens in the backyard. The chickens, they get up, and you see them whenever it's still kind of dark outside, but the sun is rising. You see them going ahead and scratching and getting their morning breakfast. Then somewhere maybe mid morning or before mid morning, you kind of hear them cluck and all that stuff because they laid their eggs. They have a certain time of the day that they're just standing still doing nothing. I don't know what they're doing when they do that. They just kind of freeze. And then there's another time where they're sitting, chilling out, where they're doing like their ice bath. I mean, not ice baths. I'm sorry, their dust baths rather. Um, and just sitting and chilling, looking like they're taking a nap. And then finally, there's a certain time where, regardless of what they're doing, they go and roost. It's like dusk. Sometime around there, even if you give them food, they'll look at the food and then they won't eat. And the point I want to make is um, that we are those kind of beings too. Like the way that God made this world and whatnot, all of us kind of run on, different cycles and rhythms and whatnot. But we as humans are the only ones who have the mind to break ourselves out of it. So you may feel like, that's just something that quote animals do, but like it's in you as well. There's a reason why you get tired whenever it gets dark. There's a reason why even for example, you kind of get used to eating a certain way and you get your body literally will get hungry around a certain time of the day, because your body naturally likes to follow rhythms. And for optimal health, we need to kind of be in tune with our rhythms. So the main one I'm thinking about right now, of course, is sleep. Now, of course, you have to get enough sleep, but it's literally important for health reasons to try to get not just enough sleep, but to get sleep around the same time every day. You know, like how just recently um we had daylight savings time kick in, and you know how rough that is. And I heard, the statistic about how, you know, it's all like the day after daylight savings, there's all this uptick in heart attacks and stuff like that because of that missed hour of sleep. Um, but like literally having the same bedtime and the same rise time is very important. I'm still working on that. But that is important for health, not just how many hours you get, but when you get it. The timing of your meals, the timing of your exercise. Even think about the fact that, like women are, you are cyclical beings in the sense of like um, the menstrual cycle and all that kind of stuff. And I remember, I didn't know anything about that kind of stuff, but I still remember my wife kind of cluing me into like some of the details of that. I was like, wow, that's amazing. It's like a monthly kind of thing that just kind of renews again and again and again, and that just really kind of like spoke to me. Men are too. I think for us it's just like a daily type of thing, but I'm saying that to say you are a being that runs off of rhythms. You thrive whenever you actually pay attention to those rhythms, and when you don't, you're not in your best health. Another thing is, so, for example, when you start to get tired toward the evening, like literally, there's your melatonin and all that kind of stuff is starting to, I think, rise because that's what kind of is associated with making you tired. But if you expose your eyes to blue light, which blue light a lot of times is in like our various devices and whatnot, or even a lot of light in general, then you can affect how your melatonin and your hormonal levels kind of normally do. And so it'll make you more alert, and it can kind of make you feel like you're still kind of in the daytime. And so it just throws you all out of whack. And so you feel extra tired and all this kind of stuff, or it's hard for you to go to sleep whenever you lay down. And so I'm saying that to say, do your research and learn about the fact that you are like a rhythmic being. You run off of rhythms. You run off of cycles, like with the going down of the sun and the rising of the sun. Even like like how the tides of the ocean are affected by the moon and all that kind of stuff. That stuff I don't understand it all, but there is an effect now, and I'll say this and I'll let this be it because I have to do more research on this. But look up circadian rhythm, look up light exposure, look up just different things like that. Food timing, like for example, not eating too close to bedtime, having a routine. Okay, I eat at this time. I go to bed at this time. I exercise only in the morning. Different things like that. I want you to do your own research on that. Okay. There was something else I was going to say, but I can't really remember. But pay attention to oh, yeah. The last thing I say is this is important for you, whether you really understand it or not. But the reason why, the concept of us being cyclical beings, going along with the rhythms the same way animals do, is foreign to us because we as these with God's image on us, we're creative and we kind of can step outside of instinct and whatnot. We have made ourselves unaware of these cycles because we create an incandescent light bulb and we have all these computers and devices and things that have us going all the time. But it doesn't take away the fact that we, for optimal health and well being, have to follow the natural cycles, the way the sun goes up and down, and the way our bodies process different kind of things when we sleep and when we're rising and all this kind of stuff. If you don't, then you're not paying good attention to your health, okay? Or you're not in your best health. All right, that's all I'm gonna do today. Y'all have a good one. If you like this content, you might also be interested in one of my books. Learn how you can take steps literally today to successfully manage, control, and overcome common issues such as high blood pressure, diabetes, and belly fat. It's all about putting power back in your hands to improve your own health. Get your book copy today by the links in the description or by visiting seanmcclennan.com/books. Also, don't forget, hit the like button and subscribe, and join my email list at seanmcclennan.com/subscribe.